one of the interesting things with CBD is it ties into, this concept of sampling. There was a case study or research that came out that they found that most Americans want to take a CBD product. They're more open to it now than ever before, right? This has changed from where, 5 to 10 years ago. But they all say they'd like to try it before, they buy it. And that whole concept just comes down to having sampleable products that people can experience because they want to try it. They want to make sure before they make that kind of an investment or a commitment what the product is, what the quality is, and that it is experiential. So let's talk a little bit about sampling, because sampling isn't something new. It's been around the industry for a long time. So what are some of the key components for you guys that tie into sampling a product, and why is this something that's important at CTFO? Maybe Michael, you could tell us from the distributor standpoint that angle.
Yeah. So I was doing some research just recently about sampling, because now that we have our sampling system and our mobile app in place, I wanted to learn more about it. And we're all aware of sampling. When you walk into a Costco or to a Sam's Club, you'll see all the people around having those foods. I'm not sure as much now with COVID-19, so I don't know what's happening right now, but we knew that sampling. So there's a reason why companies like that do sampling. And then, so I went online and I just typed in, reason for sampling and statistics of sampling. And what I found is that the probability of a customer ordering increases by 2,000% when they sample a product. That is astronomical. That's not like 5 times, 10 times, 100 times, 2,000% more of a probability of them trying or buying a product once it's been sampling. That is probably one of the most unbelievable things that are out there. So what I love is the simplicity. Going back to where we started this conversation is anyone and everyone can do this? How do you become successful? How do you create duplication? Is anyone can do that? And again, from your phone, you're able to take your cell phone and send someone a landing page where if they want to request a free sample, they can go in there, put their information into that mobile or their response, request a free sample, and everything's done for you. The sample is mailed to them. You're notified in real time. They're watching presentations. There's autoresponders being sent to them. It's a seamless thing. And so anything that you can do to increase, if you said, hey, the probability of someone increasing your sales is just double, that'd be worth it. Right? But to have it to be to that much is unbelievable. And again, I want to, relating back to the question that you asked, McKinley, what is the difference? What makes a difference? Why you have owners like Stuart and his brother Steven and Michael Kahn? What makes it different that they're distributors? Well, a lot of companies that will do sampling, it's a great concept, but they don't make the product commissionable. In this case, because you're buying a product and you're handing it out there, these guys are distributors. They understand, making money with people, not off people. It's also a commissionable product, which is unheard of. So you can build your business by handing out samples, and anyone can do that. So it's super exciting. It's super demonstrable. Anything you can touch, smell, feel, notice a difference, especially products that within for some people, a matter of seconds or a matter of minutes or a matter of hours, they can experience and feel a difference. They're going to want it and or need it. And it's a great way to run a network marketing company versus just picking up the phone and starting a conversation saying, hey, do you want to make money? Or picking up the phone and say, hey, did you ever hear of network marketing? Versus leading with something like a product, right? A product if someone having some joint discomfort or someone that wants to, deal with any kind of discomfort. For example, we have a CBDA cream, which is a patented process that helps with joint relief. Is unbelievable. And most people are suffering from some form of discomfort to be able to do that. So sampling is big. I think it's the wave of the future. Sampling old time though, it's probably been around for a while, but not as big as it is right now. I think this is the trend that we're seeing right now. I'm thinking back from years ago, in terms of sampling. Yeah, I'm sure there was some out there, but you yourself had to ship a product. You yourself had to do the follow-up. You yourself had what do you say once you...
Hassle, right? Yeah. How do you follow up? How do you know if they've received it?
How do you do all that stuff? Versus a mobile app can do the whole thing for you. Where even before and this is something important that, Stu was saying, yeah, well, for example, yeah, you can have two thumbs and send a text message, but a lot of people say, but what do I say? What do I say in my text message? But in this case, what we're able to say with the mobile app is it's written for you. It's
That's the power of it.
Yeah,
right?
I like to use the word it's dummy down concerning myself. You know what I mean? I can do this. I think I can do this. It's written for me. Everything's written for me. I just got to, it's customized. So it looks like I wrote it. You know what I mean? But it's written for me. All I have to do is just push a button. Now I have to think about, what do I say? How do I follow up? What do I, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that's the power of it, and Stu, you had told me before, you're like, look, with sampling levels the playing field. And that's the reason why, right? It comes down to the concept of, hey, I can go in here, I can send a sample, building my phone-based business. I send a sample out, and then the technology does the follow-up, but then the technology also coaches me and says, hey, Michael's sample has arrived today. Follow up with them, share this video, and here's what to, go share your story or share this link. So at Verb, we've seen conversion rates, anywhere from 20 to 50%. And it all comes down to how effectively it's handled. Now, the technology by no means replaces it, but it's just taking the sampling experience. It's coaching and helping the distributor to follow up personally and engage. And it just makes the selling that much easier. It goes back to that study that I talked about, that people want to try something, right? And they're more open to it once they've tried it. And I think that's the unique thing with what you guys are doing with the products you have, is someone can notice it immediately, because that's part of it too. If I'm sending samples of vitamin C out, I'm going to probably have pretty low conversion rates, but that's the power I think that you guys have found of having the right products, combining it with the right system, and maximizing technology, being able to do it with your two thumbs, where that's when the company ends up winning. So I want to thank you guys for jumping on. We're really grateful for the partnership that we have with you guys. I'm, super excited about the future that you have going forward, and love, building together with you guys. So thanks a lot for joining us today.
No, my pleasure, our pleasure. McKinley, I just want to give one last thought, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
We love you guys. We're so excited that we have you for our associates and everything. But if there's one thing that I've learned in over 30 years of doing this, it must be system driven, not personality dependent. Okay. Yep. That's where the samples come in. But think about this, everybody. If I picked 5 people today that I wanted to go give samples to, and I had to depend on me to do it, it would take me all day to get there and do what I got to do and stuff the envelopes and all that. But with the Verb system, and everybody listen to me loud and clear, I'm not getting paid anything to say this right now. Okay. We're guests. We're happy to be here. This isn't going to make me any money by saying what I'm about to say to you. But if you're a company owner, you owe it to your associates to have a system like this for them, right? Because think about it. I could get on my app, on my Verb app, and in 10 minutes send it to 5 people versus trying to figure out how to do it all day myself. And I don't have to touch packaging. I don't have to touch the sample. I don't have to do anything. You can't put a price on that. It's amazing.